Hello and welcome to Awakening the Universe, where we help you create a connection, connect to the power of creation within you. Um, so today we're going to talk about transformation. We're out here in the Nature Conservancy in the Disney Wilderness, something or another, and the wind is blowing, so the board has fallen over a few times. I'm holding on to it. So, in order to create a change in your life, right, there has to be a new way of thinking, right? The same old way isn't going to get you there, isn't going to create the things in your life that you want to create. It's certainly not going to wake up the power of creation that you have inside of you. We're all born with it. We all get it. I think that over time and training from our parents and outside sources, we allow them to change us in some way. So I'm going to give you 3 steps, 3 things that you can use, that are used and have been used for since the beginning of time, to create change. Okay, and that is one is intention, right? So an intention is a desire that you have. You have to create a what do you want? Okay, this is the what, right? And then you have to create the vision, which is imagination. Okay, you have to create a vision for what you want and imagine it. Use your childlike. You know, when we're kids, we're born with this imagination. You know, these kids come up with like my son is an Avatar, right? He is like totally into Avatar, and air bending and earth bending and fire bending and water bending, all of that. And uh, he believes that he is an airbender and a firebender, right? He's working on the other 2 elements. So this is part of imagination. You have to have that childlike imagination, because anything that you can think about, okay, any intention or desire that you have for your life, you can create with your imagination. You have to believe it, you know. Uh, the last thing is intuition. Now, intuition is your internal guidance, your GPS, right? And that GPS, that internal guidance, is the guidance of source, right? And then the P is a presence of peace that you get, that tells you you're on the right path. And last is salvation. Now, salvation means that it just is that this intuition saves you from yourself. It gives you that little nudge. You know, you get that little feeling of like, this isn't quite right, or you feel that presence of peace. That is your intuition, your God source energy inside of you, God in you, guiding you to your intention, right? So this is the why, and everything else in between getting to that is the how is not your business, right? Because that's for God to deal with. That's for that intuition, that guidance, that GPS to get you there. Okay? And it's not always um, the norm, and the ways of the world is is not is not God's ways, right? So you don't want to, just because somebody else says that, oh, that's not right, that can't happen, you can't do that. Well, yeah, you can, because all things are possible, right? All things are possible, if you believe. And that's the thing. If your intention is something, and it feels like it's a struggle to get to this intention, whatever that intention is, whatever that desire is that you have for your life, then that means that you don't believe it. Okay, that means that you, um, something in that is something that you don't believe yet. Okay, so why don't you try for something, that you absolutely believe? Or why don't you believe it? Why don't you believe that you can have it? Is there, what's limiting you in this that says you can't have it? It's your thoughts. So we've got to change your thoughts. Change your thoughts to believing that you can, believing that all things are possible, believing that with the imagination, with your power of intention, when you connect to the truth of you can do anything. I mean, it literally says in the Bible that all things are possible. Okay, and if you just believe, and you have to believe, you can be. The mind is a powerful thing. It can make you well, and it can make you sick. It can create heaven, and it can create hell, right? So, and that's what these three things are together. These are three easy steps. It's super simple. The thing is that you have to get over is how you've been trained. You've got to get over that training program that you've been taught your whole life, that it's not possible. You can't, which is, in my opinion, the worst cuss word in the world. That you can't never. My grandmother used to say, "Can't never could do nothing," right? So you can do anything you set your mind to, as long as you believe it, truly believe it, and start changing your thoughts. Change your thoughts about whatever it is that you desire. You can be a multimillionaire, absolutely. You can win the lottery, surely you can. But do you truly believe it? Do you truly believe that you can? Do you truly believe that it's possible? It is possible. It's all possible, if you just believe. So, on our channel, we have meditations, we have affirmations, we have other presentations that we're going to go more into this. This is just a high level. We're going to go deep into each one of these: intentions, imagination, intuition, into your guidance, your presence of peace, your salvation. Okay? And I don't mean any of this, none of this is external. It's all internal. It's all internal guidance. Okay? So we're going to talk more about that in the coming episodes, in the coming presentations. So I ask you to continue to join us, like us, subscribe, follow us on here on YouTube. Check out our website, and the link is on here. I'll insert it, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I think we have as well. All of that social media stuff. And thank you for joining us. Namaste.